give it January first of February before it comes back?
Yeah, so they wanna take the designs out first and get the designs
Okay.
looked at by the community before we vote on it.
All right. Thank you and have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you.
I have to go along with that, Brandon. And that 1.5 and then the other 500 that you're trying to get them to journal, is there any money in there to redo the bathrooms? Because those were an issue.
I have to look at what that structural piece meant. I do believe all of that is getting redone, but I will look at that for sure. We had issues with that bathroom before too, we missed the shader.
Yeah, because they weren't really usable. At least that's what we were told when the tennis tournament came out. Then one other thing, just to add to what was just said. I'm glad that we're finally at this point, if we don't go backward again, and not because of you, but because of other people up there. Because this community has been put through a meat grinder over this, and there was no reason to do that. Children were insulted, adults were insulted, and we're still dealing, I mean, when I say we, this little group of us has not given up on trying to teach some of the city council members some manners, okay? They are rude and needlessly so. And just for everybody here in the building, now, if you know people who live in District 2, District 5, is it, and 6,
Next year?
yes, sir,
Two,
and the mayor are all up for election.
254 and May.
Okay, 254 in there. What this community, what this city needs are good candidates to run against these people. Because if we pick them right and if we work hard for them, we can get better people on that council. People who aren't just geared toward business, but are people oriented. We don't need to have, we don't need to have all social workers on there or something like that, but we need some more people on there. And that, yeah, exactly. Some hybrids, that's what we need. And to get those, it takes people out in the community looking for them, recruiting. And please, if you know someone you think might be a good candidate, talk to them. There are groups in this city who will help knock on doors if they need that. Okay?
Okay.
Good morning to all of you. Hold it up. I'm Donna Pearson McClish with the Common Ground Mobile Market. Glad to be here this morning. And I just wanted to let you know that one of my goals between now and the start of next season is to get with the Neighborhood Community Association presidents in District 1 to see what your needs are. We're planning some expansion. We do have 33 sites that we serve in Sedgwick, Harvey, and Butler counties. And we'd like to sit down with the Neighborhood Association presidents and see what the needs are in District 1. But also I want you to know that Wichita is on the map nationally. I just left a meeting with the Kansas Farmers Union yesterday. Senator Marcy Francisco is the leading ranking member on the Agriculture Committee. Spent 2 days with her and was nominated and voted to be a delegate to the National Farmers Union conference in Washington, Bellevue, Washington in March. And I want you to know that Wichita is nationally becoming well known for the mobile market and what we're doing in this area. And I appreciate all of your support. I want you to know the greens are gone. It's below 30 degrees, so there's no more crops. But one of the things we do want to look at this next season is expanding our growing season. So I know a lot of you know Pearson's Farm, so I'm affiliated with that and the Common Ground Mobile Market. Wanted to say good morning and just let you know that we're doing great things, and yes, God is good.
Brandon, I want to thank you for giving the pitch out for neighborhoods of John Wynn. And also I want to announce a due date for our annual meeting. It'll be the 28th of January. And it's the Presbyterian Church, same as last year, I'm on that. Grace Presbyterian Church. And so please come and thank you again for the shout out. And also, so eating Wednesday
Good morning, Brendan, City Councilman Brendan Johnson. I was watching this project over here. Yesterday, when we met with the mayor and some city council members, and the city council presented their legislative agenda yesterday. So, it's very rare. However, our city councilman, Brendan Johnson, was able to get on there the Kansas Reinvestment Act. So we've introduced that bill before, but it was exciting that the city of Wichita actually put it on its legislative wish. Therefore, the lobbyists will advocate for it during the session. And I don't know if the councilman wants to talk about it, but I just want to say, when you start to see and hear about the Kansas Reinvestment Act, we will be asking that you send letters and make phone calls and emails to support the legislation. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. So wrapping up, I will wrap up with that. I want to thank you all for being here this morning. I want to thank Representative Finney and Senator Fausto for joining this conversation, for this breakfast. We are going to have a conversation about violence starting here in about 12 minutes in our community. And our first conversation, we really dove into what was going on, issues, solutions. This conversation is going to be solution-based. What action steps can we take going forward to reduce violence in 2019 as a community? So if you want to stay for that, I'd love for you to stay here, to be a part of that. On the Kansas Reinvestment Act, that is a bill that would support business development in lower income zip codes. So it's built off of 67214. So in order to be eligible for this money, you have to be a business in a zip code like 67214. You have to want to move to a zip code like 67214. It's a $5 million 4-year program that could be renewed if it shows promise. And businesses that are established, so 1 year, you're eligible. And we have to have some accountability in there. So you got to survive for a year. You can get up to $75,000 as a 50% forgivable loan from the state to support your business in 4 different areas. If you've been in business for a year and a half or longer, you can get $400,000. That money can go towards business infrastructure. It can go toward equipment. So if you make the best donuts in the world and nobody knows, you can get equipment that will knock out 100 every 10 minutes. You can use this money to get it. You can use this funds to, again, relocate to a zip code like 67214. We want you in those zip codes to create jobs. And lastly, marketing. A lot of issues with small businesses, they don't have a budget to market. So you can use money in this to actually market. The cool part about it is it's beneficial to both the state and for the business. So the state gets a payment. It's a 1.99% loan. And you only have to pay back 50% of it if you are responsible, you pay on time, you don't have any issues. And after you pay back your $50,000, thank you. Thank you for being a business in the state of Kansas. Thank you for investing in lower income areas and hiring from those areas. So that is a bill definitely worth having. We had one hearing. I will go back to Topeka and testify in support of it personally. But once it comes out, again, I'll try to use whatever communication method possible to let you know. But we really need something like that to happen, especially here, 67214. 214 is not the only zip code that actually meets that. I think 219 does as well. And some others around Wichita. But again, and 207. It's a great opportunity. The state supports it. We had heard maybe a month ago that Governor Collier actually kind of liked the idea. So if he liked it, I'm sure Laura Kelly will like it. And we'll talk to them. But again, when that comes up, we need your support and your help to make sure that that bill not only gets a hearing, but gets passed out of committee and then supported by the full legislature. So with that, thank you all for being here. It's been an honor to serve you this year. One big change, our District 1 breakfast will be at 9:30 next year, not 9 o'clock. And again, our dabs will be at 6 p.m.
So locations for the District 1 breakfast, every 3 months we were going to move it around. So January's will be at Atwater, just so you know. And it's also weather pending, so stay alert, call, and I will change the website for updates, Mr. Hogg. I apologize, I did not get this changed on the city website that we were moving here, but I did email everybody that I could. Last 2 things. If you know a teenager age 15 or over, the YMCA Summer Youth Application you